Round Table. For the greatest entertainment experience of your life, see with your own eyes the magnitude and depth made possible by the anamorphic lens and the sweeping Cinemascope screen. Through Cinemascope, you become one of those present at this memorable event. For around you stand the legendary chiefs and warriors who have come here, as you have, to see Arthur Pendragon receive the enchanted sword Excalibur, and so become the rightful king of all England. You'll ride with Robert Taylor and know him as Sir Lancelot, the gallant knight in shining armor. With Ava Gardner, you'll enjoy the pageantry and splendor of the day when she, as the lovely Lady Guinevere, comes to wed the great King Arthur, played superbly by Mel Ferrer. Within the vaulted walls of ancient castles, there comes to life the magnificent masterpiece, Knights of the Round Table.
God grant long life to the Table Round.
All the remembered characters of the one romantic adventure story that has thrilled millions through the ages. It's all here, just as the immortal story told of it. The fury of excitement, the intrigues and passions that split a kingdom asunder.
There is a fraying link in Arthur's chain. Lancelot is the Queen's lover.
Traitor!
Why is the Queen not with you?
Touching her loyalty and mine, I will give full account. But first, I must speak of a friendship from which all else has sprung. In the old days, I rode in search of a man and found him and became his friend. We fought side by side and endured all things together. And if at times we differed and fell out, still I will say that no two men living were greater friends. Then I met a woman. From that hour, I loved her. Her name is Guinevere. She's your queen. My friend was your king, and it pleased him to make me her champion.
Guinevere, this night is my banner, sword, and shield.
A man and a woman may love each other all their lives with no evil between them. Be that as it may, my lord, if any knight saving your person will say that the queen is not a true wife, I will make it good upon his body.
Hello, I'm Mel Ferrer. You're going to see a picture which I think is a very beautiful picture to watch. It's a picture that I play King Arthur. Bob Taylor plays Sir Lancelot. And Ava Gardner plays my queen, Queen Guinevere. And we shot the picture in London, and outside of London in the studio. We did the exteriors in Ireland, which was beautiful because there were so many horse scenes and cavalry scenes and battles that benefit from that countryside. The legend of King Arthur, it's a legend that a child will remember all his life. It's hard to say why a legend has magic and other legends don't. They just become historical notes. But King Arthur has inspired so many different legends and different uses of the story. When I was a child, I was sort of, when I went to get the sword and pull the sword out of the water, I thought that was one of the most magical moments I'd ever heard about. And the story of the queen who fell in love with the king's best friend is duplicated in today's writing, in today's literature all the time. Thanks for watching Knights of the Round Table. We'll go back to it now. Enjoy yourselves, or keep on enjoying yourself as the case may be. Good viewing.
Premiere in Hollywood for MGM's romantic epic in Cinemascope, Knights of the Round Table. A knight himself parades on the marquee, and below, a parade of more stars. Debbie Reynolds is one of the many delighting the throngs of movie fans. Lovely Elaine Stewart is also here for this glittering opening night. Screen actor George Murphy makes it an evening party with his family. Still another glamorous arrival is Ann Miller at Wright. The world's film capital represented by celebrities galore. Rhonda Fleming and her husband, Dr. Louis Morrow. Signing autographs there are Lana Turner and Lex Barker. A star-studded turnout to see the eagerly awaited Cinemascope masterpiece, Knights of the Round Table.
Girl a break. Is that
That's right, I dance like crazy.
Oh, I'll bet you do, Debbie. You always dance so beautifully. Let's talk about Cinemascope for a moment.
Alrighty.
Does it strike you that a picture like this, Knights of the Round Table, is certainly aided by this new medium? There's such realism to the huge
Well, why don't I ask my date, Leon Tyler? Have you met, Shirley?
No, I haven't.
Leon?
How nice to see you.
I don't know. I think, of course, I think Cinemascope is wonderful because it gives you such a wide screen and everything. You get full value of whatever they're shooting, you know, especially for action pictures like this one is.
And you haven't yet worked in a Cinemascope production, have you, Debbie?
No, I haven't been lucky. I'll get it, maybe. I'd love to. But it's not any different for us. The only difference is, I guess, for the cameras.
Well, it certainly gives a beautiful difference in the realistic panoramic views. The scenery is so exquisite.
I tell you, you know, I think Leon and I could answer better after we see the movie, huh?
I think so.
You're right. You see,
Remember from the wonderful picture, The Bad and the Beautiful. Elaine, nice to see you, man.
Wonderful being here. You know, it's really quite a thrill for me to be here tonight because, you know, Santa Claus brought me. And he's my escort for the evening. And I think I'm a pretty lucky girl to have him come along because he took time off from his very busy schedule to take me here to see this very wonderful picture, Knights of the Round Table.
Well, I think so, too. And, Leanne, I think it would be very fitting right now if you would introduce Santa Claus.
Well, I think Santa will introduce himself. I really don't think he needs an introduction. Go ahead, Santa Claus.
Well, he don't need a whole lot of introduction because Santa Claus has been around for quite a few years. Now, Santa Claus is very happy tonight to have a little reversal of the usual thing. The usual thing is Santa Claus is handing out good things to everyone. But instead of that tonight, I get one of the most beautiful girls in Hollywood as my escort.
I think you're very lucky tonight, Santa Claus.
And let me tell you, this is celebrating a real event. Tomorrow night is the last time the sleigh will ride down Santa Claus Lane this year. And that ends 25 years for this Santa Claus riding down on that very sleigh.
You mean that you have personally?
I personally, and I've had all of the stars of years ago, then their children as they grew up, then their children's children. The other night I had 3 generations.
An actor, a wonderful personality, the man known as Hollywood's ambassador of goodwill, Mr. George Murphy. George?
How are you? It's awful nice to be here tonight, and I'm sorry that I had to sort of put my 2 cents in before when they were talking about getting the battle scenes for the picture in Ireland.
Well, that's perfectly all right. You had a point there.
Oh, yes. They're known as real tigers over there. I'm looking forward very much to seeing the picture tonight. I've just come back from 3 exhibitor conventions, one in Oklahoma City, one in Memphis, and one in St. Louis. And all the theaters all over the country are anxiously awaiting this picture. And they're waiting the news of the preview tonight to get the picture into the theaters because they've heard it's great. And I'm sure that I've seen 5 reels of it, and I'm very excited about it. It's awful nice to be here.
This picture, George, was made in England and in Ireland.
Practically all of it was made in England and Ireland. Mr. Thorpe, the director, just said the reason they went to Ireland was to get the good horses, which is quite true. Some of the finest hunters come from Ireland.
Well, George... The really great comedians of the screen, the stage, the entire entertainment industry. She's, of course, the star of her own comedy program on radio and television, and, of course, another network. We saw you this one, but here she is, my friend Irma Marie Wilson. Marie?
How do you do?
It's very nice to have you here with us.
Thank you. It's really exciting. What is this, a square table? No, this is a round table, isn't it?
No, this is not a show for squares.
No, never get a nice round girl like Ava Gardner in a square table, would you?
Well, you know, there's a great cast in this film, and some wonderful people. This is made all in England and Ireland, you know.
Yes, I hear it's very beautiful and very expensive.
Well, it is that. It took many, many years of exhaustive planning and work to delve into the past and find out...
It's everybody's favorite story. I'm real excited about it.
What are you doing in films now?
I did a show with Bob Cummings, Marry Me Again.
Oh, really? And is that currently to be seen?
Yes, it's around. My husband produced it.
Oh, I see. And what else are you doing now besides your radio and television?
Well, I do television. You know, I work 8 days a week, so I'm pretty busy.
Well, you certainly are. Marie, you're looking wonderful, and thank you very much for coming on. Marie Wilson, ladies and gentlemen. And one of the busiest actresses, I might say, lovely Rhonda Fleming. Rhonda?
Good evening. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much. Would you mind briefly telling us just what you're doing in film today?
Well, to tell you the truth, nothing at the moment, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. Well, I finished 4 this year, and the last was one at Universal, which was a toughie. But Yankee Pasha with Jeff Chandler. But it came out very well, and it was worth all the hard work. So I'm really enjoying relaxing and doing my Christmas shopping in peace for a change.
Well, that's wonderful. Rhonda, you've worked in a number of these costume period films, haven't you?
Yes, I have. As a matter of fact, this reminds me a great deal of a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court I made with Bing, my first starring role, so I was very anxious to see it.
Well, now tell me, do you prefer working in a costume picture or do you prefer modern dress?
Well, I'd say a little of both. I think there's nothing like a costume period for glamour. It's beautiful, but you have to mix it in once in a while with a modern picture so that the public doesn't type you as a costume actress, you know.
Black net dress, heavily applicated white. How do you have a white cashmere sweater, is that?
Yes.
And a white mink cape thrown over your shoulders, and just a touch of red to make it seem like the holidays. Red velvet.
Shirley, I'm awfully sorry to interrupt, especially with such a lovely, charming star as Virginia Mayo.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be back home again. I'm sure looking forward to this wonderful picture. Thank you.